on while Dirk sneaks that little expansion in.
Yeah.
That was the downfall, I think, there.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, well, let's jump into replay number 7 we have for you. We have the vote reset, so go ahead and vote for who you think is going to win. We have Foxaves versus ZenoAkoop, Game 2. Are you ready to start this?
I am ready. Let's do this.
Well, here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, ZenoAkoop to the southern end of the map in red, Foxaves to the north in blue. Foxaves, one of the newer players that has risen to the high ranks of the tournament. Really solid play been seen out of him. Zeno, obviously, the previous winner of the May Mayhem Clash of Comrades tournament. So, obviously a very strong player. Foxaves going with Chameleons here, and Fox, pretty not normal build, I guess.
Yeah, Chameleons and Fox. It's a lot of alpha damage, though. By alpha damage, I mean the first attack is extremely strong. So you have those
Definitely.
Chameleons swinging their clubs, and the Foxes going ahead and taking them down with their first shot. But we'll see. Looks like ZenoAkoop has a nice protected expansion to the back. Actually, both players have very nice naturals to defend from. Both players actually with about 3 bases on both sides of the map. Foxaves with a nice defendable one in the east, which is very hard to get to. Gonna turn on that commander visibility so you can see what's going on. Looks like the chat is split right now about who's gonna win. 50.
Yeah, this could be a really close game, I think. Zeno's got the tier 3 in a boar, which is not going to help against the Chameleon Fox sort of setup that it looks like Foxaves is going for. Although maybe he'll rely on squirrels a lot for his army. That could work out pretty well for him, maybe.
Yeah.
Zeno going with a very early skunk, probably just predicting that players like to go with a lot of squirrels in the early game for aggression.
Yeah, ZenoAkoop, a very calculating player, watching replays of his opponents before he plays them as much as he can. So perhaps reacting to what he's seen Foxaves do before.
Foxaves building a mole, 2 moles on the high ground now to beef up his army. If he can attack before he gets maybe... He could win a fight with just 1 skunk on the enemy team, I think. But now with the Anginus, that would be a really hard fight to win, I think.
Yeah. Foxaves is going to take this nice natural expansion. A good time to take it, I think. ZenoAkoop is going to respond with his own expansion in the south. Again, both players taking those nice natural expansions, easily defendable.
Yeah, I think this map is fairly even. Maybe a bit to Foxaves' end, just because he has the eastern base.
And a little bit of high ground,
I really
too,
don't
as
think
well.
Yeah. I don't think it favors any one player too heavily.
Yeah.
Zeno going up to Falcons now. It's fairly standard. Foxaves going to build his Chameleons. Interesting. And he's also got that Anginus protecting all those warrens there, right in the center of them. That's a nice little formation there.
Yeah.
I like it. No fights just yet. Just both players just working on their army, working on their econ.
I think
very even so far.
A lot of players tend to try and rush in and fight when they don't know for sure they have an advantage. There's kind of this tempo that gets going with a fight within the first couple minutes with those first 6 units or 7 units or 9 units. And a lot of veteran players might just kind of wait, because if you keep your army in the middle of your pigs, you've got that backup damage, and they can just kind of push back with a counterattack. But we'll see both players here being very cautious.
Yep, Foxaves spots Zeno repositioning his armies, so he's ready. He knows what Zeno has got, and Zeno knows what Foxaves has got. He did a quick scout. He doesn't know that he's got Chameleons, though. So that'll be interesting. Zeno's going for his 3rd expansion already. Maybe just so he can build more turrets.
Yeah, get those turrets a little bit. He's going to start picking away at these warrens now with ferrets. He's going to force Foxaves to do something.
Yep, the Foxaves is going to have to fight in some way. And those chameleons, he's got 4 chameleons out already. He's trying to build a fox. These chameleons are just taking damage just from the ferrets there. That's interesting.
Here's ZenoAkoop's view. You'll see when he runs into the main army, he's not going to be able to see those chameleons. He's not running into it right now, but I'll come back to it. So it looks like this Foxaves army is a lot smaller than it actually is. Hugo's going to start poking away. And all he sees is squirrels and moles. He doesn't see those chameleons running around in there. There's 4 chameleons running around.
Zeno's just baiting Foxaves into a fight, and this, like, if he waits, then Foxaves is gonna lose a lot of his army just from the random ferret shots. But if he goes in now, those turrets are gonna be great backup, and Zeno's just gonna win the fight there. In terms of army value, they're really similar.
Oh, but the fox is out!
Fox has come out.
Oh no!
Maybe you could win. Maybe you could do something with the space. Like, Foxaves can maybe poke Zeno now. If Zeno tries to poke, then he's going to be easily get taken out by that fox out there.
And that fox isn't going to be able to take down those machine guns, but you can see already Foxaves has a much more dominant position on that high ground now than he did before. Those ferrets are just kind of picking away at the units instead of at the warrens now.
It's going to be tough for Foxaves now, though. He needs to sort of take that those MGs out and reclaim that sort of position so that he can get some sort of advantage here.
Yeah.
Right now he's just putting loads of food into squirrel production, which I think is a good call.
Ooh, and here goes a fight. Some skunk gas is down, and it's firing away, and those chameleons are wrecking the army, but those hawks are still alive at the very top. The fox was kind of taking down a lot of tier 1s and not quite taking down the hawks yet. Then all those tier 1s were gone and they started dying.
He has a lot of high damage units, but in terms of DPS, the DPS isn't being able to be used to their full extent. A lot of it's getting wasted.
A bit of a mistake running his army through that skunk fog, which is almost gone. Starting to disappear now, but
that skunk gas is really posing a problem.
And 2 foxes! There are 2 foxes out of the field right now.
Okay, this is silly.
Picking away. All those tier 1s are gone now, so the foxes are going to start taking down hawks. If he can chase them. There you go.
Push it now. He needs
1 hawk down, 2 hawks down.
Oh, I don't think that was good enough. That wasn't anywhere near good enough. Losing almost his entire army. Just take down those 2 foxes.
Yeah, all those ferrets are still up, though. And the foxes are picking away at the machine gun. Doesn't quite finish it. And Foxaves is going to grab that 3rd base. He needs more economy if he's going to keep up this kind of thing, because Zeno's ahead right now.
Yeah, Zeno picked up that base a long time ago.
Look at these engagements, though. Foxaves still managing to stay not too far in advance, but
yeah, Foxaves was forced to sell a lot of his warrens. He's got a lot of food stored up now. I think he's sold a lot of it to pump more farms in.
Yeah, there he goes. A full base.
Soon enough, he's going to have the econ advantage. But for now, he's got a massive army value deficit.
Yeah, so now is the time to attack. But I think ZenoAkoop's seen those 2 foxes and knows that if he tries to push in and doesn't take down those foxes immediately, they're going to keep picking away. There goes 1 turret down. Those foxes with their long range.
Zeno just needs to attack now. Like, Foxaves doesn't have anywhere near an army compared to Zeno.
Yeah.
If he attacks now, just hard engage, he's really going to come ahead. Right now, he's just putting more farms into his expansion. So in terms of farms, Zeno's still actually ahead.
Yeah.
Because Zeno's got the 4th expansion now.
He does. His 4th expansion up. Those foxes still running back and forth.
That advantage with those early MGs taking that midfield really paid off for Zeno in the long game.
Yeah.
Where he's now got fairly major econ advantage, and Foxaves can't take this center windmill. It's just way too dangerous.
Right.
With ferrets on the enemy team.
If Foxaves needs to use these foxes as much as he can right now, there he goes. He's trying to take down some of those turrets. But he needs to keep picking away at Zeno's army if he's ever going to pull this back.
Zeno's lizards on that road really sped up and just sped into those squirrels and took them down pretty quickly.
Yeah, but a lot of the tier 1s are down now, and those tier 2s are kind of stuck in front of those lizards. as the lizards are just kind of running
take
ahead.
down at least a ferret.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how that's working out for those, with those foxes.
But Zeno
It's
playing
still a
it
really
very
close battle
safe.
here.
Yeah. Skunk gas is up. And here comes giant engagement. Foxes are still up. One chameleon is still alive.
Really good fox micro, and although Zeno gets a lot of ground, he has to pull back.
Yeah,
He
Zeno's
lost
still.
all of his tier 1 shield.
Yeah, both
Look how
these-
many lizards he has. 27.
27 he's building. Wow. And I guess that's the counter here to that fox. He's going to have an army of tier 1s in front to soak up all those foxes and protect his tier 2s. And here they go running along that road there.
This is where you see the clear disadvantage of not having anything like a skunk to pile on AoE damage.
Ooh, one of those
fox
foxes.
almost dies.
Yep, down to 2 health.
Oh. Okay, the Warrens get taken out. That's a big deal. Zeno has a lot of ground here. Their skunk gas is going to stop the counter attack being too successful. He does take off quite a few units though with his foxes as he retreats.
Fox
It's just not worth enough.
Trying to pick away as much as he can. He does take out that turret. Those Warrens are now a little bit exposed, but Zeno has so many lizards. Look at that army of lizards. He's just going to wipe out this army.
Oh, he loses the fox. That fox
No.
gets taken down by those lizards.
One fox
those
down.
lizards are just as fast as that fox.
This chameleon's getting
Can't
swarmed.
micro it strong enough.
Oh, and the second fox is down.
Oh,
It's over for Foxaves. I don't think there's a way he can come back from this.
definitely not. He tries to put down some turrets and a mole, just anything to make it last a little bit longer.
And those turrets do come up.
Those turrets do come up, and Zeno decides to get back.
Yeah,
He's
despite
gonna.
having
Looks
an
like he's gonna just go for this.
enormous,
Yeah.
despite having an enormous army advantage, he's going to play it as safe as he can, take out as much as he can. He knows he's got the economic and army advantage on Foxaves. Foxaves
Well,
throwing
Zeno
down as
now
many
takes that
squirrels as he
windmill.
can.
Zeno takes the windmill in the midfield, and now he's just got an amazing position to launch attacks from. He could stop him out potentially. He doesn't need to, but he could.
Something we failed to mention, Foxaves had some mines out, and for a while in that middle part there were some mines sitting down in the road in the middle there, which those ferrets from ZenoAkoop could not hit. And I think Zeno knew that they were there. That might have been why he was dancing around so much. And they did take down some lizards during one of those final assaults, but it wasn't quite enough. And Foxaves is just trying to push out a little bit, but I think it's much too late. 21 lizards out there, 4 hawks, 2 skunks. I can only imagine what's going through this commander's and squirrel's minds as they're sitting there behind these turrets.
Why did you summon me here?
Terrified.
Yeah.
And here come the ferrets. The artillery barrage starts, taking down their only line of defense of those turrets.
This is when Foxaves knew he was probably dead.
Very, very grim for Foxaves. Throwing down some moles.
Oh, and there comes the army. The lizards have the work to go ahead and attack.
It's great
And
positioning
wreak havoc.
from the army right next to the mill, so some of the shots go to the mill, some of the shots go to the mill, but it's not going to be enough. ZenoAkoop taking this game. Wow.
That was quite a back and forth game there, actually.
That was. It was a lot closer than I think a lot of people expected it to be. Those foxes maybe not taking out as much as they should have, but still taking out a lot of units, definitely paying for themselves with all the tier 1s they took out.
Those were a good call.
Yeah.
I think where Zeno came ahead was when he took that midfield ground, and that allowed him to take those 2 expansions to the west, giving him that eco advantage as the game went on longer.
Right.